It's not today. We will die for God, not today. Guess what? As we drove for like 2 minutes, one of the robbers, they stopped and they wanted to kill, you know, all these fowls that are like birds in the bush. The guy was shooting. Why they didn't rob us that day is Jehovah. I looked through the window, it's like a bus descending from the air. Is it today? I grabbed the eye. If we will die, we will die holding. You won't know why you become defensive. Because you have been shot too many times. It will now affect your witness. Paul was speaking about one of his soldiers here who was sick unto death. So there are sorrows, emotional, and then there is social and economic suffering, where you lose possession, where you suffer poverty for the sake of Jesus. Imagine you are in Lagos and God now tells you, go to Gombe, and it calls a village where there's no light. If you are not a witness, you won't go. You know, our missions now, we want to carry the gospel to America. I will, Lord, send me. As you are saying, Lord, send me, you are seeing the map of America. You are seeing the map of England. When God now answers, he will say, go to Mozambique. There's an urgent work to be done. You say no. Satan speaks in these last days. Be careful what you hear. Because you know there will be economic breakdown. It doesn't look like blessing to you. That's why most of us can't be entrusted with much. See, if you want to be a witness, tell yourself, wherever he sends me, I will go. The Bible says, so long as you have what to eat, what to wear, and where to lay your head, he said that should be enough for you. Now, if God blesses you, enjoy. The Bible told us God gives us everything richly to enjoy. God is not against living well. But if for the sake of Christ, you need to suffer hunger, suffer it. It's part of your testimony. Look at the missionaries that came to Africa from the Western world when we were dressing with Bente here. Now, some of them came with economic and political ambition, but there were Puritans who came and established the foundation of the gospel. Some of them died of malaria, and there were some that even in death, they said their corpses should not be sent home. They should bury them in Africa as a testimony that they came and died for Jesus. Those Christianity, that type of Christianity is no longer popular because we want to satisfy people's appetites. That's why we're under pressure to prophesy from January to December. God blesses and we should encourage it. But we must also raise men that are willing to suffer for Christ. Paul said, I have learned to abound and to abase. I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. That means in plenty, I know how to manage resources. In little, I know how to survive. All for the sake of the gospel. Finally, type of witness you will suffer is spiritual suffering. That is warfare. The resistance of sin, enduring temptation, and battling principalities and powers. Oh, see, there are places you go to and preach Christ because souls are saved. They will shoot arrows at you for a month. Even accidents will be orchestrated. They will move men to hate you. Some will shoot you as their own life assignment. I'm an advocate of the blessings of God. But I also know that if you cannot give up everything for Jesus, whatever you call a blessing is your idol. You will drift into idolatry. So you will suffer. As a young believer, I didn't know warfare. I went to preach at an NYC orientation camp. Power of God moved. I felt challenged, felt stirred, and I confronted territorial spirits because I knew what happens in NYC camp. The spirit that make people to be defied and deflowered before they leave orientation camp, I bind it. The spirit of immorality, the spirit of rebellion. As I was driving home,